Hello and welcome. Welcome. It's Miriam Castilla here, and I'm really excited to kick off the Freedom from Debt series for you. So we're going to be talking about the best way to pay off personal debt, credit cards, and so on in 7 easy steps, and in a way that actually helps you attract more abundance. So this is step 1. It's core 1, and over the next few episodes here on my YouTube channel, we're going to go through it step by simple step. So these videos are going to be fairly short, sharp, and shiny. And as at the time of recording this, I don't have it ready for you yet, but it will be ready soon. So keep an eye out. I'm also putting together a little Freedom from Debt guide for you that will take you through the whole process and help you lay it all out for yourself so that you can obviously clear your debts and get rid of them as quickly as possible and move on to do all the cool things you want to do from there. So a couple of things to do to help you get the most out of this is make sure that you've subscribed to my YouTube channel and also that you click the get notifications bell, because that'll let you know when the next video in this series becomes available. And there's also an overview video, which is actually the most watched video on my channel. I'm just going to pop the link to it in the comments here for you, and say hello if you're watching along live, by the way. And if you're watching the replay, give us a hashtag replay and let me know that you've caught up. So I'm just putting the link to the overview video, if you haven't seen that yet, in the comments. You don't have to watch it, but it just gives you a really good little step-by-step overview of what we're going to cover here. Now, today we're going to talk about 2 things. First of all, just giving you a little bit of an idea as to how our approach here is just a little bit different to maybe other debt elimination systems. It may appear to be the same on the surface, but there's a tweak that we're putting in there. There's a little bit of a tweak that actually ensures that you get more magnetic to money and abundance in the process, that you shift your vibration, that you shift your energy to actually help you attract more abundance. Because a lot of people approach debt and trying to clear debt in a way that actually inadvertently attracts more debt, and we definitely don't want that for you. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit first, and then I'm going to just talk about the very first step in this 7-step process. So how do we make sure that when we're going through this process where we're focusing on clearing debt, that we're actually doing it in a way that helps us become magnetic to money and abundance? Because the more you attract, the quicker you can clear that debt, and the quicker that debt doesn't even matter so much anymore. So this is where it's really important to start becoming more self-aware, and I'll keep talking to this and infusing this into every single step along the way. But just to kind of lay down that baseline and to give you, a reference point, have a little think about it. How do most people approach debt? They go, oh, here's this horrible thing that I really don't like, that I don't even want to think about half the time, and I really need to get rid of it. And there's a saying that goes, what you resist persists. And the reason it does energetically, from that energetic point of view, is because you're putting all your energy, all your focus into the I have debt that I don't want bucket. And so what that does is it means vibrationally you're actually resonating with debt. I've got debt and it's overwhelming and it's crippling and I don't like it and it's stressing me and I can't seem to get rid of it. So that's the vibration you're actually putting out into the quantum field, and that's what you will resonate with and get more back in likeness to. Now, from just a mindset perspective and the way that your mind and your unconscious works, it's more or less the same, because as you keep focusing on debt and how you don't like this and how you've been trying to clear this credit card forever, you keep reinforcing to yourself that there is an issue, that you've got all these debts, and that debt is kind of the state of affairs for you. And so you're literally hypnotizing yourself and wiring that belief deeper and deeper into your unconscious mind. And then without even realizing it, you will keep, creating that self-fulfilling prophecy and keep attracting more debt and finding it harder and harder to clear and so on. And so we want to make sure that in our approach here, even though we are eliminating and paying down your debt, we're not doing it in a way where we're focusing on it so much that we're inadvertently attracting more, making it difficult, or God forbid, hypnotize you into believing that you're crippled by debt, so you unconsciously keep creating more of the same. So we want to achieve the outcome, and at the same time, the outcome of clearing the debt, and at the same time actually shift your vibration to start attracting more abundance and seeing that as the state of affairs. So let's just start by simply looking at your language. So if you're watching along, whether you're on the replay or live, let me know, debt, is it something where you've just been kind of haphazardly trying to pay it off, or right now you're watching this because you're thinking, I really, really need to do something about it? Has this just come along and you're like, yeah, I probably should, or actually I've been actively searching? I'd love to know, where you're at, because a lot of people will kind of avoid it for a while and not really actively try and do something about it. And then something happens where they go, okay, it's time. I really need to get serious. So having said what we just talked about, have a check-in with yourself. How do you feel about your debts? How do you feel about, coming here and watching this video? Is it from a place of, oh my God, I just need to be rid of this thing and it's so annoying? Or is it from a place of being empowered and excited that I'm going to go through this process, I'm going to pay off all this debt, I'm going to free up all this cash flow, and things are really going to change for me in a beautiful, powerful way? So check in with yourself, and I'm going to keep prompting you to check in with yourself all along this journey, because we want your energy and your focus and your attitude to be in that place of, this is exciting, this is empowering, and I'm making some really cool stuff happen. So to help with that, before we move on to what the very first step in this process is, to help with really connecting you to that empowered and excited feeling, I want you to just pause for a moment and think about, okay, if those debts that we're going to be working to clear, if they're gone, once they're gone, what will that mean for you? What will that make possible? What will life be like? What will it feel like? What will it enable you to do? How will it enable you to show up differently, to think differently about your finances, about yourself, maybe about your ability to manage your money? Just tune into that for a moment and really allow yourself to feel it. What does it feel like to be totally debt-free, to have a state of total freedom from debt? And what are the kind of thoughts that you think about yourself, that you think about your finances, about your state of abundance, about the possibilities, about what you can do? Okay, that's the space from which I want you to approach this entire 7-step process. And I will keep reminding you of that, but I will also give you little tips along the way that will make it easier and easier for you to keep on connecting to that energy, because that's the energy that will help you become magnetic to more money and abundance, attract more unconsciously, just be that person that keeps attracting all this cool stuff. And of course, that helps us clear those debts even more quickly and easily. So having said that, here's step 1, and it's really simple. It's gather your numbers. So your home play between now and the next episode is to gather your numbers. And like I said, I am putting together a Freedom from Debt guide for you where you'll be able to plug them all in and have them all neat and tidy. It's not available as at the time of recording this, but as soon as it's available, it will be in the comments and the descriptions of this video on my YouTube channel. In the meantime, I'll give it to you at the end of this video. I'll give you something else that you can plug into in the meantime, and that will also ensure that you get an email from me when the Freedom from Debt guide is available. So for now, it's time for step 1. All you need for this is a piece of paper, or maybe an Excel spreadsheet or a Google sheet. And all I need you to do is gather your numbers. So I want you to list all the debts that we're looking to clear. In fact, I want you to list all your debts, including your home loan and debts that maybe aren't even on your hit list. I want you to list all of them. And as well as listing them all, I want you to make sure that you put in how much you owe on each one, what the minimum payment for each one is, whether that's weekly, fortnightly, monthly, make a note of that, and then the interest rate. If you can chase down the interest rate, that will greatly help. So that may just mean you need to look up the latest statement or something like that. So we want the debt, credit card, personal loan, whatever it is. We want the amount owing. We want the minimum payment. We want to know whether that payment's weekly, monthly, fortnightly, and we want to know the interest rate. So those 5 things, right? And I really encourage you to include, even, if you owe a friend $50 from going out for dinner, just all of those things that are hanging around where you're like, yeah, I need to pay that back. Even if it's not an official debt with a credit agency or a bank, I still want you to put it on the list because it's part of that energy and it's constantly on your mind in some way, shape or form. And it's, adding to that energy and that mix. And so we want to make sure that we clear all of the debts, that we free up the cash flow and that we clear all of that energy. So that's your home play. Now, as I said, as soon as the Freedom from Debt Guide is available, it'll appear in the description here and in the comments. And in the meantime, make sure you've subscribed because then you'll get the notification when the next video is released, when the next episode's released. But also in the meantime, you can grab yourself the income target calculator. And the income target calculator will come in very handy when it comes time to work out, okay, to clear all of these debts, and this is especially if you're in business, to clear all of these debts, to run my business, to pay my tax, how much income do I actually need to generate? So if you're in business, then I definitely would encourage you to grab that income target calculator in the meantime. That's just at miriamcastilla.com/calculator, because that's part of the overall picture. And also by downloading that, you will go on my mailing list and you will get an email and be one of the first to find out as soon as the Freedom from Debt system is available for you to access. So that's another reason why you definitely want to grab that. Okay, so that is step 1 done. Gather your numbers. You know exactly what to do. You know how to do it from a place of excitement and empowerment, so that, oh, that didn't come up. We'll try that again later. Well, you know how to make sure we do that from a place of excitement and empowerment. And I am going to be doing this series live on my YouTube channel. I didn't make a big hoo-ha about the first one. I kind of just went, okay, I'm going to do this. So please comment and give us a hashtag replay if you're watching the replay, and ask me any questions. And then if you're here to catch me live next time, then we can be really interactive and I'll answer your questions. And I just really love the energy of a live call. So that's why I decided to record this series live for you. Okay, it's time to embrace your unlimited potential. You know what to do. Be sure to hit subscribe and get notifications so that you catch the next episode. Let's clear some debt and get freedom from debt in a way that also makes you magnetic to more abundance. I'm very excited about all of this. Hope you are too. See you soon. Bye.